Hi guys, I'm Dr. Challa Krishnaveer Abhishek, Director, Center for Emotional Education Society. So today we have with us Professor Matt Perelstein. He is the founder director of EQ for Peace USA. So today our topic is very interesting. It relates mythology with anger. So we invoke the energy and enthusiasm of our guru, our teacher, late Dr. Dean Van Leuven, so that our aim is to have anger-free society. So today's topic, Matt, is there's one deity, there's one god in Hinduism. It's called Narasimha. That I've already we discussed in one interview. This is Narasimha, the angry god.
Oh, that's actually his name. Oh,
Yeah, the Narasimha. Simha means Simha is the reverse of Himsa. Ahimsa is non-violent. Himsa is violent. So Simha uses violence against violent people. So he fights with, violence with violence.
Okay.
So like that. So Narasimha. So his story is basically there was one king called Hiranyakashipu. He was a king. He was a king, and he wanted his people to worship him as God. Hiranyakashipu. He was filled with ego. He wanted his people to worship him as God. He had a son named Prahlad. Okay, but Prahlad, he used to worship Hari or Vishnu, but not his father. But his father wanted him to worship him. But Prahlad said, "You're not God. There's someone above you. He's God."
Right.
So, and his father got angry and he tried to kill him. He tried to torture him. He did everything, all sorts of bad things to his son. And then one fine day, there was a debate between him and his son. But his son was protected by Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. There was a debate between him and his son, and his father was saying, "Okay, you said your God is greater than me. So you said he's everywhere. He's omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. So is he in this pillar?" And then he broke the pillar, and suddenly Narasimha came out of that pillar. So why Narasimha came out? Because Hiranyakashipu, he had a boon from gods that he can't be killed by an animal or he can't be killed by a man. So Narasimha is half animal and half man. So, and he had another boon that he can't be killed inside the house and outside the house. So he was killed at the entrance.
Oh.
The entrance. So that's not inside or outside. And then he said that he can't be killed either in the morning or in the night. So he was killed during twilight. He came during twilight. And he said he can't be killed using any weapon. So Narasimha used his nails to kill him. So Narasimha is a very fierce god. He was very angry because Hiranyakashipu tortured his devotee. So Narasimha was very angry and he killed Hiranyakashipu and he gave him liberation. But after killing Hiranyakashipu, his anger was not pacified. He's still angry. He wants to kill all the demons. So nobody is able to control. And suddenly the consort of Vishnu, Lakshmi Devi, she came down to pacify, but he was not pacified. They gave him jaggery water to pacify him, but he was not pacified. Singers were singing songs in praise of him, but still he was not pacified. Dancers were dancing, he was not pacified. Lord Shiva, another god, came to pacify him. He is the god of destruction, but still he was not pacified. Buttermilk was given to him, but still he was not pacified. So his anger is not subsiding. So if you would have been, then Prahlad also came actually to pacify him. They say that some say that he was pacified by Prahlad because Prahlad is a very cute small boy. Looking at him is pacified. But if you would have been in that situation, if you were in that situation, how would you pacify Narasimha's anger?
Goodness. And so how was he satisfied? How was he pacified?
Some say that, Prahlad informed him that, your duty is done. You came to annihilate this ego filled my father. You came to annihilate my father's ego. Your duty is done. And then he started praising him because Narsimha came for Prahlad. And Narsimha came to protect Prahlad. So Prahlad is the one who can pacify him because he came for Prahlad. He came to protect Prahlad. He came to annihilate the ego of his father. So the idea is, if you would have been in that situation, for example, if you were a priest, would you have sung a hymn, a Vedic hymn, in praise of him, or would you have given him some anger management lessons? So how would you have pacified him if you were in the situation?
That's tricky. So, and the objective is to help another person be less angry. Help another person be less angry. Can you teach him? Do you think he would listen to you if he?
Narasimha is a very good listener.
Oh.
So he listens,
Oh,
but it should be pleasing
pleasing.
to the ears. It should be dharmic. No.
Teach him.
Teach him in a calm way. It should be logical. There should be a reasoning to it, and at the same time, a very serene and a valid point that he should imbibe, so that his anger is subsided.
Well, I think we need to see if we could help him figure out what he was so angry about. What was the objective, right? Where are you going with this?
Yes.
And is it so important that that you hurt people and the violence? We try to do when people are upset in nonviolent communication says, listen, try to find out what the other person's going through. What are they upset about? What are they trying to, what's your objective here, and see if we can somehow get on the same side.
Yes.
Maybe to get the same results, but with a different way,
Yes.
not killing anybody. So that would be tricky. That would definitely be tricky. You sound like an angry boy, probably angry for a long, long time. And he's got it justified in his head of how that's worth it. That's what I want at all costs, basically, even if it hurts my family. Wow, that would be a hard one. I wonder if we could help him express his anger without hurting anybody. So you need to be angry if apparently you're very upset, and you need to be angry and feel that. And one of the things that works well is to allow someone to be angry with some boundaries, with some guidelines, and if they could possibly express himself in ways and release some of the anger, maybe he could see how some of the consequences, some of the ways that the anger is hurting him and his family. That we could say the anger's fine. The thoughts, you might look at some of the thoughts behind the anger that's making you feel this way, deal with some of the emotion itself with a different behavior, So same feeling if you want, same thoughts if you want, different behavior.
Yes. So, and maybe we can incorporate some of the teachings of Dr. Dean Van Leuven. Three teachings that you generally say. The fake it to make it.
Oh, yeah. So the first one is name it to tame it. So that one was pretty clear. That won't take him very long. I'm angry. And so we try to identify what we're feeling first. So name it to tame it. Spin it to win it is the second one. And that is about knowing that you are in charge of yourself and that you can change it if you want to. You can spin it and adjust your thoughts so that it adjusts your feelings. And then the last one is feel it to heal it. So maybe we could help him just be angry if you're that where, your body must be everywhere in your body. Just, let him feel what he needs to feel in a way that releases it and let it go, so you don't have to be so angry.
So basically what we do here is we do Abhisheka. to pacify him. So Abhisheka means pouring water. So when you're angry, sometimes you take shower, cold shower, so that your stress is released. So it's like that. You do Abhisheka to the deity. So basically, when I was talking about, I did a prayer in the before we started the meeting, and I said that Lord Ganesha, he came in the form of Lambodara to kill an asura, a demon called Krodhasura. Krodha means anger. So he's the demon of anger.
Oh, to kill it.
To kill it.
Okay.
So it's not literally killing it. It is killing the thought, not the person.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Same thought, same feeling if you want, but different behavior.
Yes.
Different behavior. And hopefully with the result of feeling less angry and releasing some of that from your body, because probably eating him up inside.
Yes. So basically, we in Hinduism we have a lot of gods. We have so many gods, and many gods they carry weapons. So some people ask me, why they carry weapons? Is it to kill someone? I said, it's not to kill someone. It's to kill their negative thought.
Oh,
Not to kill them, but
nice.
it's to kill their thought. So it's mostly symbolism. So what I've understood from my religion, from Buddhism, from Sikhism, from Christianity, from Islam, from different, even in Islam you have something called jihad. Jihad is, nowadays if we hear the word jihad we get scared. But what is jihad? Jihad means peaceful war against something. So what is that peaceful war? It is mental jihad. You're waging a war against your enemy, your psychological enemy. Similarly, in Buddhism also, it is all about fighting your inner enemies, inner demons. So in Hinduism also, all the demons that are symbolized are actually, all the demons that you have are all symbols. They are symbols of different emotions that we have. So even in Buddhism or in Christianity also, when we have the seven deadly sins. So the seven deadly sins are actually they are the embodiment of Satan. Satan has all these qualities. So Satan is now not somewhere physically, but it is in your mind. So if you can tame Satan, then you can win. So how to tame Satan is taming your anger, taming your negative qualities. So every religion, it tries to teach something about personality development, especially controlling anger. So when we talk about Narasimha, our deity, because Narasimha, we have a place near Vishakhapatnam called Simhachalam. So Narasimha is a revered god there. So Simhachalam, this area is actually the area of Simha. Simha means the fierce, angry, ferocious. So why? Is because they can't stand injustice. So when there is injustice, they're angry, they're ferocious. When everybody is good, they're happy. So what should I do when there is injustice?
What should you do?
When there is injustice, should I show my anger against injustice?
Yes, but yes, but with limits, with boundaries, with good timing. What we say is that you kind of picture it this way: is that I have a toolbox, emotional toolbox, and I have my fear, my anger, my sadness, or different tools that I can use, and I don't have to walk around with my anger tool in my hands all the time. I can be peaceful, but when I need it, I pick up my anger tool. I'd say, that's not okay. Stop doing that. Or, whatever you need to do anger wise without hurting anybody. But I pick up my anger tool. I use my tool, and then I set it back down and say, I can go back to being peaceful. That maybe.
So basically, when we talk about emotional intelligence, so we have to be emotionally intelligent, or we have to be intelligent about our emotions, so that we can control them mainly, and use them channelize them in a better way, in a more productive way.
Right.
So similarly, when you were talking about peace, so we said peace matters. So I believe Matt matters.
Okay.
So what is your message, for the chaotic, angry world out there?
There's plenty to be angry about. There's plenty to be angry about, and I'm angry about some things that are going on, and they're just not right. And most of the time, I don't need to walk around being angry. I don't need to be spreading it. I don't need to be just spewing it all over the place. I only when it's useful, like Gandhi said, with the gift of anger is to use it to make change, make positive change. So if there's injustices and there's time to pick up my anger tool and to use it properly and for good, at the right time, at the right place, at the right energy, then sure, yeah, definitely use it and then put it back down, or else it eats you up inside and plus your relationships will be awful.
Yes.
So you're throwing it all over the place. So I think it was Aristotle that said, I don't remember who exactly, but it said, being angry is easy. Being angry at the right time, at the right energy, with the right person, saying the right words, not so easy.
Yes, yes.
So wasn't Aristotle, but
Yeah.
you get the right idea. Doing it properly is tricky, but it's very, very, very important because it's gonna it'll hurt you and others without you meaning to.
That's
Often.
And I strongly believe that emotional intelligence is the real pathway towards peace. Yes.
I
So,
agree.
and if you are emotionally intelligent, so when we generally talk about IQ, intelligence quotient, but EQ is something which is very, very important. And you said when we are talking about the movie Inside Out, how the emotions they took the form of people,
Yeah, little characters. Yeah.
the real characters.
Yes.
And then the main thing is I see that, so definitely there are a lot of enemies outside, but the real enemy is always inside. And you have to annihilate that ego, annihilate that enemy, and annihilate. In Islam it's called nafs or ego. You have to annihilate that ego, so that you become pure hearted. Whatever happens, you're always happy. And there's something I started following something called laughter yoga. So laughter yoga is not just mocking someone or belittling someone and laughing. It's not that. It's spontaneous laughter. Laughter is contagious. So I believe that you need more of laugh. We need more of laughter yoga, and I suggest laughter yoga to Narsimha, Lord Narsimha.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And because we did something called Hasya Kukur Simha. So Simha is Narsimha. So Hasya is laughter. So laughing Narsimha. So we generally say laughing Buddha, the statue of laughing Buddha and all. So it's like we need people who laugh a lot, and they enjoy themselves, are at joy, and generally when we talk about the past, we have a lot of guilt and regret and shame, as we discussed. And when we think about the future, we have a lot of panic and anxiety. But if we are mindful about the present, if you're in the present has another meaning called gift. You give a present.
Yep.
So you give a gift. So present is the gift. And I strongly believe that we have to utilize it. And if you are in the present, and if you are mindful of the present, I believe that anger won't be able to come near you. Is because we think about something else while we are sitting here. So while we are at the present moment, so it makes us angry. Is what I strongly felt. And anger for me, as you said, because I used to believe that anger is my enemy, but anger is no longer my enemy. It is my frenemy. It's my friend and enemy too.
Oh,
If I use it as a friend,
Yeah.
it can be a friend. If I use it as an enemy, it can be destructive. It destroys my health. And there's one thing I wanted to ask you. That there are people, they have a lot of financial distress, financial problems. They have health problems, so they're not happy. For example, some people are rich, but they have some stress. Some people are poor, they have poverty as stress or unemployment as stress. There are a lot of different stressors. You know, at any given point, at any given situation, even while you're on your deathbed, how to be happy?
Well, it's a choice. It's a choice, and that's what it boils down to. And it's a wonderful thing. You can, at any moment of any time, all day, every day, you get to choose whether to be angry or not, even if it's problems, persistent problems that are very large. Right this moment, most of the time, like you're saying, in the present, things are fine. I mean, right this moment, I can, if you're worried about work or you're worried about eating or whatever, it's real, it's important, and it's something that you need to deal with. But in the moment, you can choose. You can choose positive or negative. I mean, it's oversimplified, of
Yes,
course,
yes.
and it's easy for privileged people like me that to say that. But the reality is, you get to choose.
Yes. It's always the matter of choice. So it's about making the right choices so that we always move towards happiness. And I believe that happiness is the real God. So when you move towards God, it's you're moving towards
There you go.
happiness.
There you go.
I was talking about the dog. Our mind is like a dog. It has to be trained. If it is trained, it is a bliss. If it is not trained, it is chaos. Something like that.
And I think because so few people really understand their emotions well and understand that it is a choice, it's usually ignorance, not apathy, meaning they don't know. If they knew, they might do it differently, but they don't even know. And it's not fair that they don't know,
Yes.
because that's an educational issue. It's not fair that it's not taught in schools, that even little kids can understand it all the way up. And so people don't know they have that choice. You can't take the choice. You can't take the choice. So informing people and educating people that they do have a choice is a big deal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Matt. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you in Vizag.
Oh.
Thank you so much. No, after 4.5 years of being in touch through Facebook and Zoom or through online
guys have
platforms,
more than-
now we are physically in touch. This physical contact is very, very important. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. I have the shirt given by Dean Van Leuven. It is written "Life without anger" is written on it. I kept it as a souvenir.
Me too. I have a shirt and a hat.